Hey Vikings faithful, what's good? Skull Nation, rise up. It's your boy, coming at you with the hottest Minnesota Vikings news straight from the draft rumor mill. The 2025 NFL Draft is just weeks away, and the buzz is electric, especially with our rivals, the Green Bay Packers, sitting at pick 23, right in front of our 24th spot. But here's the teaser that'll make your purple heart skip a beat. Could the Packers' plans to trade down actually get wrecked by our Vikings' desperation for more picks? Stick with me, because this draft drama is about to get wild. Picture this. It's April 24th, Green Bay, Wisconsin. The draft stage is set, and the Packers are on the clock with 8 picks in their pocket. Meanwhile, we've got just four, thanks to last year's trades, including that third-round compensatory gem at 97 for losing Kirk Cousins. The Packers haven't taken a wide receiver in the first round since 2002, and some cheeseheads think they'll break that streak to spite Aaron Rodgers. Ha! But others are betting on a cornerback or edge rusher, and here's where it gets juicy. If they trade down, we might swoop in and steal the show. So why does this matter to us, Skull Nation? Because with only 4 picks, GM Kwesi Adofo-Mensah is like a Viking warrior staring down a thin shield wall. He needs more weapons. The Packers might want to slide back from 23 to grab extra selections, but our Vikings could outmaneuver them. Imagine the chaos if a team in the second round calls us first, offering a sweet deal for 24 because they know we'd take less than Green Bay. What do you think? Should we play hardball or hold our ground? Let's break it down. All right, Vikings fans, let's set the scene. Lambeau's shadow looms large, and the Packers are sweating over pick 23. Word on the street is GM Brian Gutekunst only added 3 free agents this offseason, leaving their roster hungry for depth. Sound familiar? With 8 picks total, their first single-digit draft since 2021, they might be itching to trade down and stockpile talent. But here's the kicker. We're right behind them, and our 4 measly picks make us the hungriest wolves in the NFC North. Now, let's talk numbers. Our Vikings are rolling with 24, 97, 139, and 187. That's it. Compare that to Green Bay's spread across all 7 rounds, and you see why Kwesi might be licking his chops at any trade-down offers. Analysts say teams like the Raiders or Jaguars, loaded with picks, could leap into the late first round. Say, for a stud corner like Siobhan Revel Jr. or an edge rusher to terrorize QBs. If the Packers hesitate, we could be the ones cashing in, turning 24 into a treasure chest of draft capital. Here's where it gets spicy, fam. What if we dictate the terms? Picture Kwesi on the phone, smirking as he tells a desperate GM, 1 extra pick, and 24 is yours. The Packers might demand 2 or 3 selections to slide back, but we're lean and mean, ready to pounce with less. Skull Nation, what's your vibe? Would you trade down for depth or hold tight for a game-changer at 24? Drop your takes in the comments. I'm dying to hear 'em. Skull. Let's dive deeper, Vikings crew. The draft clock's ticking, and the Packers are at 23, mulling over wide receivers, corners, or edge rushers. Decisions. Their fans are buzzing about snagging a pass catcher like Teteroa McMillan to keep the Rodgers revenge tour alive. But their secondary's shaky, even with Jair Alexander. An edge rusher like Shamar Stewart could also bolster that D-line. Options galore, right? But hold up, our Vikings are the real wild card here. With just 4 picks, we're not just playing checkers. Kwesi's playing 4D chess. Last year, we traded up for J.J. McCarthy and Dallas Turner, leaving our draft stash thin. Now it's payback time. If a team wants to jump from, say, pick 40 into the 20s, they're eyeing the same talent at 23 or 24. Think a lockdown corner or a trench monster. We could undercut Green Bay's price, snag an extra pick or 2, and still draft a baller later. Imagine this, fam. The phone rings, and it's the Bills or Raiders begging for 24. We trade back, grab a 5th-rounder, and still land a gem like Notre Dame's Xavier What's to shore up our secondary. The Packers? Left scrambling while we laugh all the way to the draft bank. What's your dream trade, Skull Nation? Hit me up. Let's dream big together. Hey, Vikings Warriors, let's paint the picture. It's draft night, and the tension's thicker than a Minnesota winter. The Packers are up at 23 and Gutekunst is pacing, Does he stick and pick or slide back for more ammo? Their 8 picks give him flexibility, but with only 3 free agency moves, they're not exactly stacked. Kinda like us last offseason, right? Meanwhile, we're at 24, ready to strike. Here's the twist. Our Vikings could turn the tables. With just 4 picks, we're the underdog with nothing to lose. Kwesi's got that Viking grit. Analysts are whispering about teams trading up for late first-round talent. Maybe a corner like Maxwell Hairston or an O-lineman to protect J.J. McCarthy. If Green Bay demands a haul to move from 23, we could swoop in, offer a lighter deal, and snag the prize, leaving them in the dust. Think about it, Skull fam, we trade 24 for, say, pick 35 and a 4th-rounder. We still grab a stud like Derek Harmon for our D-line, and the Packers are stuck watching us reload. How's that sound? Would you risk it for the biscuit or stay pat and pick a star? Let's debate this. Comment below. What's up, Skull Nation? Let's crank up the heat. Draft day's closing in, and the Packers at 23 are feeling the squeeze. Their fans are split. Some want a wideout to flex on Rodgers, others a corner to patch up that secondary mess. With 8 picks, Gutekunst might play it safe, but trading down could juice up their depth, unless we Vikings crash the party. Zoom in on us. Pick 24, 97, 139, 187. That's our war chest, and it's light. Kwesi knows we need bodies. Our 14-3 season last year proved we're close, but depth killed us in the playoffs. A trade down could net us an extra 3rd or 4th-rounder. Imagine adding a sleeper like Gray Zabel to solidify our O-line while Green Bay scrambles to keep pace. Here's the vision, fam. A team calls, desperate for 24. We slide to 30, pocket a 5th-rounder, and still draft a beast like Walter Nolan to pair with Jonathan Allen. The Packers? They blink and we've outfoxed them. Skull Nation, what's your gut say? Trade or stay? Hit those comments. I'm all ears. Skull vibes, Vikings fam. Let's get loud. The 2025 NFL Draft is our battleground, and the Packers at 23 are prime targets. They've got 8 picks, sure, but their free agency was quiet. 3 signings? Weak. They might trade down to rebuild, but we're at 24, ready to flip the script with our measly 4 selections. Kwesi's got a plan. Our Vikings are lean, mean, and hungry. Last year's trades left us thin, but that 3rd-round comp pick at 97 is gold, thanks. Kirk, if a team wants to leap into the 20s, we're the bargain bin. Less capital than Green Bay, same prize. Picture us trading 24 for 38 and a 4th, snagging a corner like Jody Barron while the Packers twiddle their thumbs. Feel the rush, Skull Nation. Draft night, we outsmart 'em. We reload with extra picks, build around JJ and Dallas Turner, and leave Green Bay eating our dust. What's your bold prediction? Fam, drop it below. Let's make some noise together. Hey, Vikings diehards, let's ramp it up. The Packers are sweating at 23. Do they grab a wide receiver, corner, or edge? Their 8 picks give him room to maneuver, but trading down could be their play, unless we Vikings swoop in at 24 and steal the thunder. Draft day's almost here, and the stakes are sky high. Our 4 picks are a challenge, but Kwesi's a wizard. 24, 97, 139, 187, and a whole lot of heart. Teams like the Raiders, with 9 picks, might call us first, knowing we'd trade cheaper than Green Bay. Imagine snagging a 5th-rounder, sliding back, and still drafting a trench titan like Kelvin Banks Jr. to protect our QB1. Pure skull magic. Here's the dream, fam. We outbid the Packers' greed, turn 24 into multiple picks, and build a playoff monster. They're left stunned, and we're chanting Skull all night. What's your trade wish list? Hit me in the comments. Let's keep this fire roaring. Skull Nation, let's get hyped. The draft's creeping closer. The Packers at 23 are in the spotlight, juggling 8 picks and a thin roster. Sound familiar? They might trade down for depth, but we're at 24, ready to pounce with just 4 shots. This is Vikings versus Packers Draft Edition. Bring it on. Kwesi's got the wheel, and our picks are slim: 24, 97, 139, 187. But that's our edge. We're scrappy, desperate, and dangerous. If a team wants late first-round gold, like a corner or edge rusher, we're the deal they can't resist. Trade 24 for 33 and a fifth. Grab a stud like Azariah H. Thomas, and watch Green Bay squirm. Skull perfection. Picture this, fam. We flip the script, load up on talent, and leave the Packers regretting they didn't act. Our Vikings rise, their cheeseheads fall. Who's with me? What's your draft day vision? Drop it below. Let's keep the skull train rolling. What's good, Vikings crew? Draft fever's hitting hard, and the Packers at 23 are on edge. With 8 picks, they've got options wideout, corner, edge, but trading down could juice their roster. We're at 24, though, with 4 picks and a burning need to shake things up. Skull time, baby. Kwesi's plotting. Our Vikings are lean at 24, 97, 139, 187, but that's our strength. Teams eyeing the 20s might skip Green Bay's price tag and hit us up. Less cost, same reward. Imagine trading 24 for 36 and a fourth, snagging a sleeper like Trey Amos while the Packers watch us stack the deck. Sweet revenge. Feel it, Skull Nation. We outsmart 'em, turn 4 picks into 5 or 6, and build a squad that owns the North. Green Bay's left scrambling. How's that taste? What's your draft day call, fam? Hit those comments. Let's make waves together. Skull, skull, skull. Let's ignite this, Vikings fans. The Packers at 23 are sweating. 8 picks, thin depth, and a trade down itch. But we're at 24, rocking 4 picks and a warrior's spirit. Kwesi's ready to raid. The 2025 NFL draft's our turf, and we're not backing down. Our stash is tight, 24, 97, 139, 187, but that's our fuel. Teams with extra picks might bypass Green Bay's demands and ring us up. Why pay more? Picture this. We trade 24 for 34 and a fifth, land a beast like Benjamin Morrison, and leave the Packers choking on our dust. Skull brilliance. Dream with me, fam. We flip the game, grab more picks, and build a Vikings dynasty. Green Bay's stuck watching us soar. What a rush. What's your trade idea? Drop it below. Let's keep the purple fire blazing. Hey, Vikings faithful, let's turn it up. The Packers are at 23, juggling 8 picks and trade down dreams. But we're at 24, hungry with just 4. Draft night's closing in, and Kwesi's got that Viking edge. Ready to strike and steal the show from our rivals. Our picks are lean, 24, 97, 139, 187. But that's our power play. Teams like the Bills might call us first, dodging Green Bay's greed. Same talent, better deal. Imagine sliding to 31, pocketing a 4th, and still drafting a stud like Maxwell Hairston. Our secondary gets nasty, and the Packers get nothing. See it, Skull Nation. We outfox them, turn scarcity into gold, and reload for a Super Bowl run. Green Bay's left in the cold. How's that feel? What's your draft master plan, fam? Hit me up. Let's roar together. Skull vibes, Vikings fam. Draft hype's peaking. The Packers at 23 are scheming with 8 picks, eyeing a trade down to pad their roster. But we're at 24, rocking 4 picks and a savage mindset. Kwesi's about to flip this rivalry on its head. Our draft hand's light, 24, 97, 139, 187. But that's our battle cry. Teams hunting late first-round gems might pick us over Green Bay. Less capital, same prize. Picture trading 24 for 37 and a fifth. Grabbing a trench warrior like Derek Harmon while the Packers blink. Skull domination. Feel the surge, fam. We outmaneuver 'em, stack our squad, and leave Green Bay scrambling. Our Vikings rise. How epic is that? What's your trade vision? Drop it in the comments. Let's keep the Skull Storm raging. What's up, Skull Nation? The draft's almost here, and the Packers at 23 are restless. 8 picks, trade down whispers, and roster holes. We're at 24, though, with 4 picks and a Viking hunger. Kwesi's ready to raid and ruin their day. Our picks are sparse, 24, 97, 139, 187. But that's our edge. Teams with deep draft bags might skip Green Bay's price and hit us up. Smart move. Imagine sliding to 32, snagging a fourth, and drafting a star like Xavier Woods. Our D gets fierce and the Packers get zip. Sweet skull justice. Dream big, fam. We turn the tables, load up, and bury Green Bay in the North standings. Our Vikings shine. How's that hit ya? What's your draft daydream? Hit those comments. Let's keep the purple passion alive. Hey, Vikings Warriors, let's get fired up. The Packers are at 23, plotting with 8 picks. Trade down or stand pat. We're at 24, though with 4 picks and a Viking soul. Kwesi's about to outshine him in this 2025 NFL Draft Showdown. Our stash is slim: 24, 97, 139, 187. But that's our spark. Teams eyeing the 20s might call us first. Cheaper than Green Bay, same talent pool. Picture this. We trade 24 for 35 and a fifth, land a gem like Kelvin Banks Jr., and watch the Packers stew. Our O-line's set, and they're stuck. See the glory, Skull Nation. We outweed him, beef up our roster, and leave Green Bay in the rear view. Our Vikings charge. How awesome is that? What's your trade call, fam? Drop it below. Let's finish this strong. Skull, skull, skull. Here we go, Vikings fam. The 2025 NFL Draft's on us, and the Packers at 23 are twitching. 8 picks, trade down vibes, and pressure mounting. But we're at 24, rocking for picks and pure skull fire. Kwesi's ready to steal the crown, and I'm losing my mind over it. Our draft ammo's low: 24, 97, 139, 187. But that's our battle roar. Teams might dodge Green Bay's haul and deal with us. Less cost, big reward. Imagine trading 24 for 33 and a fourth, snagging a stud like Siobhan Revel Jr., our secondary's elite, and the Packers are toast. Vikings rule. Here's the finale, Skull Nation. We outplay 'em, turn 4 picks into a purple dynasty, and bury Green Bay's hopes. What a ride. Loved this draft talk? Smash that like, drop your thoughts below. Subscribe for more Vikings news, and share with your crew. Skull forever.